Do you have a furry friend that gets anxious when you leave the house? Are you looking for ways to help them feel more comfortable and calmer when you're not around? Or maybe you want to learn some effective techniques for training your dog to cope with separation anxiety? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this video is just for you. Today, we'll be sharing 10 proven methods for training a dog with separation anxiety and helping them overcome this common issue. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Number 1. Exercise. Exercise is an important aspect of training a dog with separation anxiety for several reasons. First and foremost, it helps to tire out your dog and burn off their excess energy. A tired dog is generally a calmer dog, and this can be especially helpful for those with separation anxiety who may become destructive or anxious when left alone. Exercise can also provide mental stimulation for your dog, which can help to alleviate boredom and prevent them from becoming anxious. In addition to the physical and mental benefits of exercise, it can also be a great bonding activity for you and your dog. By spending quality time together and engaging in activities that your dog enjoys, you can strengthen the bond between you and your furry friend and create a deeper sense of trust and security. This can be especially important for dogs with separation anxiety, as it can help them feel more confident and secure when left alone. Number 2. Counterconditioning. Counterconditioning is a popular and effective technique for training a dog with separation anxiety. It involves changing a dog's emotional response to being left alone through the use of positive reinforcement. The goal of counterconditioning is to associate being left alone with something positive, such as a treat or a toy, so that the dog begins to associate being left alone with good things rather than feelings of anxiety. By reinforcing desirable behaviors and gradually increasing the amount of time the dog is left alone, you can help them learn to cope with being alone and eventually feel more comfortable and relaxed in your absence. So what you want to do is start rewarding your dog's behavior when they're calm. Give them a few treats when they calmly welcome you home, and discourage stress behaviors like mouthing people or jumping on them. It takes time and patience to see results with counterconditioning, but it can be a very effective way to help your dog overcome separation anxiety and feel more comfortable when left alone. Number 3. Habituation. Habituation is another technique that can be helpful for training a dog with separation anxiety. It involves gradually getting your dog used to whatever cues they are anxious about. For example, if your dog becomes anxious when you put on a coat or grab your keys, you can slowly expose them to these cues over time, starting with very short periods and gradually increasing the duration. Maybe your dog also gets anxious and upset when they hear the sound of you opening the door when going outside. In this case, you can slowly expose them to the sound of the door opening by making the sound and then immediately rewarding them with a treat or a toy. By gradually exposing your dog to the triggers and reinforcing desired behaviors, you can help them learn to cope with the anxiety-provoking situations and eventually make them feel more comfortable and relaxed. Although it may require a significant amount of time and effort, habituation can be a successful approach for helping your dog overcome separation anxiety in the long term. Number 4. Changes in routine. To effectively train a dog with separation anxiety, it can be helpful to make changes to your and your dog's daily routine. This can include gradually exposing the dog to the trigger that causes their anxiety, such as the sound of the front door opening, and reinforcing calm behavior with positive reinforcement. Varying the way that you leave and return to the house, such as using different doors or doing so at different times of the day, can also be helpful in easing anxiety. By creating a consistent and predictable routine and gradually introducing changes, you can help your dog feel more comfortable and secure and better cope with separation anxiety. Additionally, it may be helpful to establish a set routine for going out and coming home, including specific times for feeding, walking, and playing. Maintaining a consistent routine can help your dog feel more comfortable and secure and can also help prevent anxiety. It is also important to be patient in understanding of your dog's needs and to work at their pace. Number 5. Desensitization. Desensitization is yet another technique that can help train a dog with separation anxiety. It involves gradually exposing the dog to the trigger that causes their anxiety in a controlled and gradual way. The goal of desensitization is to help the dog become less sensitive to the trigger so that they no longer feel anxious or distressed when it is present. Desensitization is typically done in incremental steps, starting with very short periods of exposure to the trigger and gradually increasing the duration over time. It's important to work at the dog's pace and to use positive reinforcement to reward calm behavior. For example, if a dog keeps barking at the door while you step outside, you can use desensitization to help them cope with the anxiety of being left alone. One way to do this is to go back into the house and ignore the barking, and then reward the dog with the treats or toys once they stop barking. By consistently using this technique, you can help the dog learn to remain calm in your absence without the need for reinforcement. With patience and consistent training, desensitization can be an effective method for helping a dog with separation anxiety learn to cope with their anxiety and eventually feel more comfortable and relaxed when left alone. Number 6. Environmental changes. Making changes around the house can be an effective way to help a dog with separation anxiety learn to cope with being left alone. This can include creating a comfortable and safe space for the dog, such as a crate or designated area in the home, and providing them with plenty of mental and physical stimulation. For example, you can provide your dog with toys and puzzle feeders to keep them occupied while you are away, and you can also leave the TV or radio on to provide background noise. It can also be helpful to vary the types of toys and activities that you offer your dog to keep things interesting and engaging. In addition to providing mental and physical stimulation, you gotta make sure that your dog's basic needs are met, such as having access to food, water, and appropriate shelter. Ensuring that your dog's environment is comfortable and safe can help them cope with separation anxiety and feel more relaxed and secure when left alone. Number 7. Food. Many dogs are food motivated, which makes food rewards an effective tool for training. When used properly, food rewards can be an excellent way to reinforce desirable behavior in a dog with separation anxiety. One way to use food rewards for training a dog with separation anxiety is to give them a high-value treat, such as a piece of cooked chicken or jerky when they exhibit calm behavior during a trigger event like when you leave the house. This can help the dog associate being left alone with positive experiences and can help them learn to cope with their anxiety. It's important to note that food rewards should be used in conjunction with other training techniques, such as desensitization and positive reinforcement, and should be gradually phased out over time as the dog becomes more comfortable with being left alone. You also got to be aware of your dog's nutritional needs and make sure you don't overfeed them with treats. With the right approach, food rewards can be an effective tool for helping a dog with separation anxiety learn to cope with their anxiety and feel more comfortable and relaxed when left alone. Number 8. The right amount of alone time. Leaving your dog alone for the right amount of time can also be a good way to help your dog cope with separation anxiety. For example, let's say a dog is very prone to separation anxiety and they can't remain calm being left alone in the house for more than 10 minutes. Now what you can do is start with that amount of time, give your dog a treat and leave the house for 10 minutes, then go back inside and give them a treat. Keep doing this with a gradual increase in time, slowly increasing the duration that you are away. Go out for an hour if you believe your dog can handle it, and make sure to check up on them and reward them if they are calm and relaxed. This gradual exposure to being left alone can help the dog learn to cope with their anxiety and feel more comfortable and relaxed when left alone. If your dog bores easily when left alone, you can also make use of toys and puzzle feeders to provide them with some mental stimulation. Number 9. The perfect crate. Crate training can also be an important tool for training a dog with separation anxiety. A crate can provide a safe and secure space for the dog to retreat when they are feeling anxious or stressed, and this can also help them feel more comfortable and relaxed when left alone. When choosing a crate for a dog with separation anxiety, it's important to consider the size of the crate. The crate should be large enough for the dog to stand up, turn around, and lie down comfortably, but not so large that they feel lost and overwhelmed. You also gotta make sure that the crate is properly ventilated so the dog doesn't feel overheated or claustrophobic. It's also essential to provide the dog with plenty of comfortable bedding, toys, and treats to help keep them entertained and relaxed while in the crate. It's a good idea to gradually introduce the dog to the crate, starting with short periods of confinement and gradually increasing the duration over time. With the right care and gradual introduction, you can help your dog with separation anxiety feel more comfortable and relaxed in the crate and use it as a safe and secure space when they are feeling anxious or stressed. Number 10. Playtime. Playtime is an important aspect of training a dog with separation anxiety. Play helps to reduce stress and anxiety and can help the dog feel more comfortable and relaxed when left alone. It's important to provide the dog with plenty of playtime and physical activity, especially before leaving them alone, as this can help tire them out and reduce their anxiety. There are many different types of play that can be helpful for training a dog with separation anxiety, including fetch, tug of war, and interactive toys. It's critical to choose activities that the dog enjoys and that provide mental and physical stimulation. You can also play with your dog right after coming back home to help alleviate some of their anxiety. Let them out of their crate and go for a walk. Assure them everything is fine and you're present for them. Use playtime as an opportunity to work on obedience training and other skills, as this can help the dog feel more confident and secure. By providing the dog with plenty of playtime and training opportunities, we can help them feel more comfortable and relaxed when left alone and reduce their anxiety. Alright guys, with that we've come to the end of our list of top 10 ways to train a dog with separation anxiety. Thank you so much for watching the video. Did you find the information in this video helpful? Have you tried any of these techniques with your dog? What results did you see? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fun facts and queries about your favorite dog breed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.